Welcome back to Life with the Spectrum. I'm your host, Gina Cavalli. Late last year, I got to do two really cool simulations. I posted them on socials if you follow me. One was a virtual dementia tour, and I think that everybody needs to take one of these courses because it not only gives you the signs to look for with our own aging parents, but then also really what it's like so that you get a newfound sense of empathy for people who are struggling with dementia and Alzheimer's. Then I also got to do the Autism Reality Experience. By far, hands down, I was blown away with this experience because as an autism mom, as an advocate, as a host of this show, I thought like, hey, I kind of know a few things. I did not. I got a newfound sense of empathy for people on the spectrum and really a good taste of what it's like for people who have autism. So I thought I would bring on the ladies that are bringing these experiences and creating these experiences for people north, south, east, and west. And that is PK Beville, who is the founder of Second Wind Dreams, and the CEO, Michelle Miner of Second Wind Dreams organization. Hi, ladies. How you doing?
Good.
Well, thank you. How about you?
I'm so happy that you're on the show. As I mentioned to the viewers, late last year, I got to go through both simulations that you offer. Please just tell our viewers how these programs are even a thing. Like, who came up with them? I love them.
Well,
PK?
apparently, I love them too. I'm the one that developed them. I'm a visual and tactile learner, so it's easier for me to learn if I can actually experience something. And I felt that one of the biggest problems with understanding dementia was that none of us have it that are working in the field. So as many in-services as I did and did the best I could to try to help people bridge the gap, it just wasn't happening. So I felt like, well, you know what? No wonder it's not happening. If we don't know what's going on with another person without taking the time to walk in their shoes or really pay attention with good, strong empathy, we really are going to miss the mark. And we were missing the mark, and continue in some cases. So, yeah, I developed it to help simulate what it might be like to have dementia, with the purpose and goal is to increase the probability that good care will be provided as a result.
And then did you also come up with the autism reality simulation that I went through?
I came up with it in collaboration with our partner in England, who's been our partner for about 8 years with the Virtual Dementia Tour. And so he ran by me some scenarios that he wanted to do to simulate autism. And so I felt like it was a good idea. I wasn't sure we were ready to incorporate it with our company, but he did an excellent job of doing some research with autistic people and some of the universities. So, so we brought it to the United States. And it's based on some of the same logic that was used in the Virtual Dementia Tour to try to help people sit with, learn from, walk with a person with autism for a brief period of time with the same purpose of hoping that we can serve them better.
Michelle, didn't you say something like 150 people took place in the autism research study? Or
Over in the UK, yes, he did. He brought 150 people who were on the spectrum and received feedback from all of them, and 149 said, you are spot on. So it was absolutely fascinating. And then in our pilots that we did here and have done in the US, including the one that you were able to come on, individuals who are on the spectrum also said the same thing. Spot on. People need to do this.
So without giving too much away, Michelle, on exactly what people experience, walk us through a little bit about what you can tell us. I believe everybody should do both tours, both the dementia tour as well as the autism reality experience. What kinds of things could people expect?
Yeah, so it's a simulation, right? And it's not the virtual reality that you put on your eyes now. It was created by PK way before virtual reality came into effect. So it actually it takes, especially with the virtual dementia tour, it takes a neurotypical brain and it kind of tricks it into having signs and symptoms of dementia. And the simulation, utilizing that same research that PK did, Glenn created this new program that also goes in and kind of tricks you into having these different signs and symptoms. So it creates that empathy. So you're coming in and you're going to, we call it garbing. You're going to be garbed up, and then you're going to be put through a simulation. And the outcome is that you've had a moment to walk through somebody else's and step into somebody else's shoes.
And PK, who do you think this best serves? Who should be doing the virtual dementia tour? Who should be doing the Autism Reality Experience? I think everybody, but I'm kind of biased now that I've gone through both.
Well, I'm kind of biased too. So I agree that if you're, let's take it to the grassroots level. If you're working at TSA at the airport, those people doing TSA, sending people through the lines, should take both. They're going to see both. And it is very triggering going through the TSA. And when you think about it, we also believe that funeral homes, even the directors of funeral homes, they have to deal with both spectrums. Retail, restaurants. And we do have... for the virtual dementia tour, we do have a specialized version for hospitals and various avenues that we see dementia most affected. So everyone, yes, you're right.
So like nursing homes, schools even, I think would benefit from the Autism Reality Experience.
Absolutely.
Teachers, I don't know how easy it is to get into a school system, but there's a lot of children and a lot of neurodivergent kids go to school, go to public school, go to private school. And wouldn't it be nice for those teachers to actually get a snapshot of what it's like one day in those kids' shoes? I think that just is... It would just be a whole big game changer.
Yes, we did do one pilot with a school up in Gwinnett, and it was the whole county. Actually, all of the special needs teachers came out, and we received phenomenal feedback from them. And the first thing they said was, we want our administrators to go through this. You've got to come back. The administrators need to go through it. The decision makers need to go through this. And so we want to get it in schools. We want to get it to the first responders. I agree with both of you, and I'm biased as well. I think everybody should go through it. You have an opportunity to make a change and to be more inclusive, and this will help you do it.
With me today, PK Beville and Michelle Miner, both the founder and the CEO of Second Wind Dreams. When we get back, we're going to find out a little bit more about the empathetic transitions, what that looks like, and find out if it costs anything to bring these programs to you. Stay with me.
Don's Tree Service is awesome.
Love Don's Tree Service. They've come out for a giant oak tree removal, another for some debris removal.
One thing I really appreciated about Don's Tree Service, they come, they take those trees down, and they take everything away.
For a free estimate, call Don's Tree Service, 770-413-TREE, or find them online at donstree.com.
Welcome back to Life with the Spectrum. I'm your host, Gina Cavalli. With me today, the founder of Second Wind Dreams, PK Beville. Thank you so much for being with me. And Michelle Miner, the CEO of Second Wind Dreams. Ladies, when it comes to empathy, right, a lot of times some neurodivergent people don't have it. And it's kind of like a taught skill. When we think of empathetic transitions and what your organization offers, what does that look like?
Well, to me, if you think about how much is going on in the brain of a person with autism, so much is happening. And we know that I think it's something like 90-some percent, 96% maybe, I think, of people with autism have these types of inability to function within the current environment. If you can imagine what horror that would be. So I think that while they don't exhibit empathy, those people around them should be able to get on their level, should be able to experience what that's like. Because one of the things that we noticed as people were going through the debrief after we conduct the ARE is that they then begin to make the connection between the people they're serving and the behaviors that are being exhibited. And that, to me, is the beauty part of this. If we can make those connections so that the environment can be adjusted in order to create the highest level of success for each of these people, children, adults, anyone on the spectrum, then I think we can make the world a better place, because these people have so much to offer, and we're missing the boat in a lot of cases by putting them in a category that we simply don't understand. And to me, in this day and age, that's just kind of inexcusable.
Yeah, I think inclusion, if I wanted to just to add a piece in there, right? That's what we're trying to do. And, there's some really great research out there about having a more neurodivergent friendly workplace. And the studies that are showing are simple solutions: lighting, making sure that you are, sending out an agenda prior to a meeting and sticking to that agenda, and things that are just more inclusive, is increasing engagement and retention across the board, not just for those with neurodivergency. So it's really exciting to be having these conversations, because we are looking to be more inclusive, and utilizing everybody's talents in our workplaces, in our schools, in our homes. Just super exciting.
When I got done with the Autism Reality Experience and I got Lyric from school that day, I kind of drilled him a little bit. I was like, Lyric, do you feel like this? Does it sound like that? And there were a few things that Lyric agreed on and said yes. And Mom, you don't understand that sometimes I feel like a million people are talking at once, and yet I'm only focused on this. And so everything everybody else is saying is like, and so I started thinking maybe that's why children have that much harder of a time in school, in the classroom. It's already busy in the classroom with, say, 30, 35 kids, like all talking, and the teacher, trying to teach to them. And then you add that neurodivergent layer onto it, and it's just a little overwhelming. So things can get lost in translation. They can get fallen through the cracks. And, it was just really eye-opening to me. And then, to ask Lyric those questions, I found it even more, it just made my mind go poof. Like I thought, because I'm an autism mom, I'm a big advocate, and I thought I knew not everything, but most, and then I was like, oh, wait. I kind of felt like I was restarting this whole process again. So, ladies, let me ask you a question. Do organizations, how do they get you there? Like, let's say I'm running a nonprofit in Greenville. How do I call you? Do I look you up online? I have a nursing home in Raleigh. How do I get you guys there to go through the experience?
The easiest place is just to go to our website at secondwinddreams.org. And we're there, and we can certainly get you the information, and we're ready to help.
And I know a lot of people want to know about the cost. I know you offer some grants or scholarships, you guys are a nonprofit and doing it for the betterment of the world as well. So how much is, put on to the folks?
Yeah, we do. It depends, right? So we do have grant opportunities. We have opportunities for organizations to combine and come together. We're working in Georgia with the EMC grants for first responders and for schools. Mm-hmm. And so for those that are doing the grants, it doesn't cost them anything typically. We can apply, and we can joint apply for grants, especially for nonprofits. Typically for the ARE, it's about $2,000 for a half day, when that'll get up to 60 people through the Autism Experience.
It is so well worth it. PK, anything else that you're working on with these simulations? I mean, here's one, and I spoke at length, not with either one of you, but another lady that works there, Anita. I was telling her about my dad having Parkinson's and what that was like, another neurological condition that is so debilitating towards the end. What other simulations do you think are on the horizon for Second Wind?
Well, I think that we'll never stop doing simulations, especially with regards to neurodiversity. Interestingly enough, Empathic Transitions, a class that I conduct to train dementia doulas, end-of-life doulas, to be available for people with dementia or any other neurodivergent issue, because their deaths are different and their end-of-life process is completely different. So I do have a simulation there that I use with a number of different things that help increase the empathy of the people who are becoming trained by us to become certified dementia doulas in the field. So and it is it's pretty intense, and that's okay because death is pretty intense.
I can't thank you enough, because this is something I think everybody really needs to go through and do. And that sense of empathy is immediate when you do go through these experiences. And I can't say enough good things about it. Again, where can people find you?
They can go to our website at secondwind.org.
Secondwind.org. Thank you so very much, ladies, for being on the show.
Thank you, Gina.
Thank you so much for allowing us to come talk to your podcast.
These reality experiences are so real, and you don't use a VR set. It is just the coolest thing ever, and I recommend that everyone go through one. In fact, Second Wind Dreams is partnering with Eastern Tennessee State University. You might otherwise know them as ETSU. And they've got a great partnership ahead of them. They're going to start tracking the effectiveness of the Autism Reality Experience. If you are a school, if you work with the school, if you have children in school, urge your school district to get with Second Wind Dreams about bringing this experience to the teachers, the janitors, the administration. We should be going to the Department of Education with this. As far as EMSs and first responders, I mean, it's something that everybody just needs to go through. And again, that level of empathy, you think you have it, and then you go through this and you walk away going, whoa, I didn't know. And you don't know what you don't know, right? So having these experiences is really invaluable in the end for raising your children, working with young adults, being part of the workforce, and working alongside of the neurodivergent. I don't know. I think you should check out secondwind.org. Thanks so much for checking out Life with the Spectrum, each and every week, bringing you the latest information and tools and resources, organizations, foundations, schools, people really making the difference. And we've got some great guests ahead, just like we had today. So make sure you look in each and every week for a new episode. You can like, comment, share, most of all, subscribe to the channel. And if there's somebody I need to be speaking with, make sure to reach out to me at gina@gcast.com, or just go to the website, gkasts.com, and hit contact. All right. Until next time, we live life with the spectrum. See ya.
Bye.